What's up, metalheads? My name's Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel. Thank you all so much for being here, for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button for me, and if you're new, please consider subscribing. It really helps the channel to grow. We just pushed past 1,000 subscribers, so thank you all very much. I really appreciate your support. Got a big giveaway coming up for you guys very soon. Waiting on a few things to come in, and yeah, we'll do a big giveaway. So keep an eye out for details on that. You've already seen some of the giveaway stuff, but there's some things you haven't seen yet and some things that are on the way that are definitely going to be worth the wait. So trust me on that one. All right, got a really cool knife for you guys to check out. First off, this knife was sent in to me by Chris, aka Q-Ball. You all know him and love him. Well, not all of you, but many of you know him and love him. Great guy. This is the Monterey Bay Knives Slayback XL. I have the Monterey Bay regular Slayback out here also, just to give you a quick comparison, because when they said XL, they didn't beat around the bush. They meant XL. It's enormous. It's enormous. It's like almost too. It is too enormous for me, for my size. I have a medium-sized hand. Way too much knife for me, but man, is it done well. I cannot find anything on this knife online, guys. Apparently Monterey Bay Knives, after they've sold out a model, they don't leave it on their website to show you specs and what the pricing was or anything like that. There's just nothing there. I did find a couple of places online where it said these were selling for like $225. I don't know if that was accurate or not, but that's extremely fair. $200 to $225, I think is what they were. That's an extremely fair price for what you're getting here, if that's true. I love the Slayback, right? This is a great little knife here. Especially with the carbon fiber. I mean, I like the titanium also, but it's so lightweight. It's just such a lightweight, great little EDC knife. This one's a liner lock also, but it does have titanium scales. They are very thin titanium scales. There are a nested liner in there, so for your lock. Very thin, so it's not, for its size, it's not that heavy. We're going to have to check the specs ourselves. I have no idea what the company claims them to be, so we're just going to check them ourselves. All right, let's start with the length. Let me turn around where the numbers are the right side up. 8 3/8 of an inch long. Total length. Handle length is 4 and I don't know, almost 4 7/8, just under 5 inches. Blade length. Overall blade length is going to be 3.5. So, and the overall length of the knife, I think I said already, 8 3/8 of an inch. So it's a big boy. Quite a big difference from the regular Slayback. I mean, drastic difference. Same blade steel, the ZDP 189, which is a cladded steel. ZDP 189 is not stainless, so they used a 420J or something like that over top of it to give it stainless properties. You can see that line there in the blade. See that line right there? That's where you can see where they've cladded over top of the ZDP 189. Same with the original. So they kept the exact same blade steel. I mean, it's basically just a extra large version. There's not really any differences. It's done exactly the same way. The action on this one, because of how much bigger that blade is, has more weight. So it's definitely more drop shutty than the regular Slayback. But that's, you know, it's not that it's better built or anything. It's just because the weight of the blade just brings it down more. Gravity takes its course and just drops it down. Silky smooth action. Fit and finish is fantastic. Yeah, everything's chamfered down. Ergos are fantastic, although a bit large for me. They are really good ergonomics. Very thin knife, just like the original. Actually, let's close those up and I'll show you. I think they're the exact same thickness. Actually, no. The XL's thinner than the regular Slayback, but the XL is quite a bit wider, right? So it is thinner. Let's check the weight on it real fast. I'm guessing it's under 5 ounces. I'm guessing it's closer to 4 ounces for the size of the knife. It's pretty lightweight. It may be under 4 or just over 4. All right. What do we got here? 4.1. And the original, well, this is carbon fiber, so it's not really fair. There was a titanium version of this. The carbon fiber version is only 2.6 ounces. Titanium's not going to be much heavier than that because the titanium, the way they've done it, it's super, super thin. And they have, like I said, you have the nested liner for the lock on the clip side, and they've milled out the show side quite a bit on the inside. Plus, you got this milled out line like Ray Laconico does on his knives. So that's cut down on a lot of the weight. Yeah, and this whole scale's milled. There's one spot down the middle they didn't mill, one little bar. They did that to keep its structural integrity, I'm sure. Titanium pocket clip, titanium backspacer, cage ceramic ball bearings, ceramic ball detent. There is no access to the liner lock, really. I mean, just a hair. This show side scale is just a little bit lower. It's not quite as wide as the clip side where the lock is at. It's going to be hard to get that to show up on camera, but it's like a hair taller on this side, on the clip side, which makes that liner lock stick up just a bit above this show side scale. So you actually get good access to it. It's not the greatest access, but I have no problem getting to it. You do have to use, dig in a little bit with your thumb. It's not the most comfortable lock bar in the world, but it's not bad at all. If you were repeatedly playing with this knife and fidgeting with it, it's going to make your thumb sore, for sure. But if you're just using it like a normal knife, opening it and closing it as you use it, it's not going to be a problem at all. That was very similar on this one too. This lock bar, if you repeatedly hit it, it's not the most comfortable because of how thin it is, and it just has such sharp edge. Same with this. It's not chamfered or anything, so it's just a sharp edge of metal right there. Not cut you sharp, but sharp to where if you repeatedly push it, you feel it in your thumb. So, but, most people aren't buying their knives and acting like crazy people like me and just fidgeting with it, so it wouldn't be an issue for them anyway. Let me give you some other size comparisons real quick, and we'll wrap this up. We'll do some of the regulars. Here's the QSP Penguin. Here is the Demco AD 20.5. You already saw the regular Slayback. Here's the Vist variant PE2. Here is the Tactile Rockwall. Spyderco Parrot 3. It's going to be closer in size to this, I think. Spyderco Shaman. Yeah, those two are very similar in length anyway. I think it's just a hair longer than the Shaman, actually. It's a little bit longer than Shaman. We'll go ahead and do the Paramilitary 2. And that should give you guys a good idea on the size. So it's in that size bracket of the Paramilitary 2 and the Shaman. It's going to be somewhere. If you like that size of a knife, you'll like this knife. I did find that these do occasionally come up for sale on Arizona Custom Knives on the secondary, and they're priced pretty affordably. Around, saw some that sold for $225. So, this isn't one that's bringing a crazy high premium from what I can see. I don't know if there's any intention for Monterey Bay Knives to make more of these or these. They should, because they seem like pretty popular knives, and for the money, it's not a terrible price or a terrible deal. It's actually a really good deal. And yeah, ergos are pretty good. The flipper tab has, it's not the fine jimping, but it's actually gives you some traction. It's not bad at all. Light switch works great. Push button works great. It's not uncomfortable in the push button at all. I do prefer the light switch though because of the shape of the flipper tab, but the push button works just fine, as you can see. You just don't get as much doesn't fly out as quickly that way. D10 is a little light. It's not bad. It's just, I think I could probably fell this one if I try. Maybe not. Yes, I can fill it, but I got to really put some effort in to fill it. If you just try to open it, you know, just intentionally try to open the knife, it's going to open, but you can fill it. It's not one of those detents that's unfillable, so. But it is a good detent. It's not. That's not saying this is a bad detent at all. It's a good detent. Just not one of those that's tuned to where it's unfillable. So I think it's a good looking knife. I love the way they do this line on the show side. I wish they would do that on the clip side also. I'm sure there's a reason they don't. I don't know what that is, but I think it would look better if it was symmetrical. Same on both sides, but it doesn't look bad the way it is. Very cool knife. Thank you very much, Chris, for sending this in. I like it a lot, but I will say I definitely prefer the regular Slayback more, especially for my hand size. This is right up my alley here. This is a bit too much for me. And I think it was, honestly, I think they built it knowing that. They didn't build this, I don't think, for people my size. They built it for extra large people who need an extra large knife. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button for me, and I will see you guys on the next one.